Hey everybody, it's William Carter here with InquisitiveCarter.com. When you search the number one streamed genre, it is hip hop, and then you see people publications merge hip hop and R&B together, and you never necessarily see the stats about R&B, or you don't see R&B ever high up unless they're connected to hip hop. So when it comes to how R&B and hip hop collaborations used to be to now, how would you kind of describe the change?
The change is, I don't know. It's interesting. I will say that. I do think in the past it was more organic, and it felt like, okay, I'm not just getting on a song because this is the hottest rapper or this is the hottest R&B artist at the time. It felt like they were getting together and making something that was going to be great for that particular time, and they were actually fans of each other. Um, and that even comes down to even a lot of the collaboration that we saw with hip hop and R&B artists sometimes were remixed. And so with remixes, they were reworked. They weren't, we're going to slap someone's verse on the beginning or in the middle somewhere that is randomly placed. The singer then was reworking their vocals to make sure that it made sense. The production was different, and it just made sense. It made for a great collaboration, and for people to say, "Oh, this was a hot remix. The remix was better than the original," that kind of thing. And now, or for quite some time, it's felt a little forced to me. It seems like there's artists who seemingly don't look like they're fans of each other. You can kind of tell with the message that some artists are putting in their lyrics. It seems like, did you even listen to the song to even see where it was going, or it was this kind of like a verse that you had stored away for something else and it just didn't work, and you kind of just put it there. And I think it had a lot to do too with who is relevant at the moment.
And what are some artists right now that are really that pop out to you when it comes to R&B and it comes to organic collaborations in the music industry?
Artists that stand out to me right now, Baby Rose is one of those artists. Lucky Days, one of those artists. Her is one of those artists. Queen Aja is one of those artists. Who else? There's so many. I always get blank when I get here. But with those artists, I think what they're doing is they're doing collaborations, but they're doing collaboration with each other, which is great. I think that the more R&B artists together, the better. I think there's power in numbers. And I think with this new school and this new breed of artists, they understand that they're not afraid to work with each other. I see more of them collaborating with each other than I see, a lot of the seasoned artists doing work together. So I think it's pretty great that they are not afraid to join forces and make great music together and keeping R&B alive for themselves and not falling into the trap of what is going on right now and saying that R&B is dead. R&B can't be dead if we're coming together and doing great things together.
Where do you see the genre of R&B going in the next couple of years?
That's really hard to say. I think it's hard for me to say it because I'm not an artist and I'm not really in it, so I can't really predict. But what I've seen so far is that songs are going to continue to get shorter. Right now, it seems like there is a particular duration of a song that they're going, whether it be 2 minutes and 30 seconds, whether it be 2 minutes and 45 seconds. I've seen a lot of that take place because listeners' attention span is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. So they're going to have to continue to find new ways to make music. What I do hope that they try to incorporate going forward is bringing back bridges and songs. I did an interview with K. Michelle earlier this year, and she kind of talked about that and said, you know, are we not doing musical bridges anymore? And it seems like that's something that is a lost art in a song because, like she said, you know, bridges elevated the song and took it to a different level. And when you asked me before about R&B being dead, I think that is a part of that conversation because when that certain element is no longer in a song anymore, people are going to use that as a negative thing to bring up. They may not be able to actually pinpoint what they're trying to say, but they're going to just say overall R&B is dead. Well, what about R&B is dead? We just have to break that down when we are asking that question or putting that out there or that statement out there saying, well, what do you mean that R&B is dead? What is it that you're missing from it? So I hope that going forward, they're able to bring back bridges but in a more innovative way.
What would be your dream duet?
Ooh, my dream duet. I think this was a duet that was on the table at one time or another. I covered it one time, but it was a collaboration or a duet that was supposed to be Mary J. Blige and Anita Baker. Mary has hired Anita Baker for quite some time. That's how she got her record deal, singing a bigger song. And for them to get on one track together and make something special would be an all-time duet for me. So I hope they can bring it out of the vault soon. It looked like it had been recorded, so I don't know. Hopefully it can come. Or if Mary does a jazz album or something, she kind of brings her aboard to help her with that.
I'm intrigued by that. I really love to hear that.
Yeah, I saw the picture and I covered it. And Mary's then manager posted a picture that they finally got in the studio together. And, that had to be 2014, 2013, 2015, something around that time. And I don't know, it just never came to light. And so with Anita Baker now being quote unquote retired, I don't really know if that's ever going to come up again or ever be released, but I think that would be something very special to come out. I think that people would really love it. Or I'd love to see what they came up with. I'll say that.
What are your top 3 R&B songs of all time?
Oh my gosh. That is very hard. 3. Well, I'll say what I've listened to the most lately. What I've been playing a lot of lately, Janet Jackson's Thinking About My Ex from Demita Joe. That's one. Mariah Carey's Faded from, what was that? That was the Me, I Am Mariah, this elusive chanteuse. I don't know why I've been playing this song a lot, but Kelly Price, Three Strikes. I don't know. I don't know if I got somebody I'm giving 3 strikes to. Oh, who's at number 2? But that is a song that I've been playing a lot of lately. So, but aside from those songs, I've been playing a lot of the Clark sisters. So I think that's one of the reasons why I can't really pinpoint those songs, because I'm like, okay, I've been listening to the Clark sisters for the last 2 weeks.
What was your first R&B concert?
Ooh, the one that I can remember, I went to Mary J. Blige concert back in 2013. She came to Columbia, South Carolina. And I think it was a time where she hadn't really done a show for quite some time. I think it was maybe like a spot date that she was doing. And she came with Bridget Kelly, who I interviewed during that stop. And she tore the roof off the building. And Bridget Kelly was amazing. She was phenomenal. And so I think that was the show that was my first. Yeah.
What would be your goal interview or dream interview?
Dream interview. Maxwell. Maxwell's been a dream interview of mine. His swag, his style of music, just what he brings to R&B, which is everything that has to do with it. Well, he bears it all. And he's just he does it so pure. He does it, it's almost like he does it without really trying too hard. There's some artists who sometimes where you might feel they're trying too hard to convey this image or whatever, but with him it just comes off so effortlessly. And I think I would like to talk with him. He's super, super, super supportive of everything that I've written about him or what's been written about him, rated R&B. And so, yeah, that would be a dope interview for sure.
And what do you see next for yourself in terms of professional?
What I see for myself, trying to get out of my comfort zone and doing maybe some vlogging and like blogging online from a video standpoint. Not my arena. I haven't been that visible or that nature. I've kind of always been under the radar, so I think that would be something that I would be happy to be a part of. Because I'm a shy person. I mean, you could tell by this interview that I am very shy and things like that. So I think once I can get out of that, I think that would be something I would love to do. Or even like a podcast. I think a podcast might be more my lane. What else? Just more writing. I'm always writing. I'm always on my computer, trying to find different and creative ways to tell stories. I'm trying to read more as well. I think with reading more helps with your writing, and I want to just really be taken seriously as a music journalist. And I think I want to be able to be a part of those conversations that people are having and be called on to, do things and be on panels and things like that and talk about R&B. There's people who shout me out on social media and say, he's doing great things in R&B. I recently had a fellow writer by the name of Deshaun do that and put my name out there amongst a lot of other great writers who are doing great things on different music platforms and music publications and outlets. So that was a great thing to be a part of that conversation and be a part of that company of great people.
all day.